I'm going to take time real quick to show you this comment that I made on KnowKami's general character synopsis of Zamasu a ways back in order to explain what the character could do. I've been curious about the longest time with Zamasu, about this character. I've been curious. Zamasu to me felt like an advanced character, so I appreciated the breakdown. I did have some PSN money that I had at that time, so I decided to go ahead and pick up Base Vegeta and Zamasu, since they're both relatively compatible with Base Goku, since Base Goku main. I'll try him out for a bit, see what his tools look like firsthand. I may like him, I may not like him, but I wanted to educate myself more on what he can do to better know the matchup of what Zamasu can and can't do in varying forms of neutral. This way I'm not surprised or just washed by the one randomly really good Zamasu player out of the 50, 60 something different UI, Boo, and Broly players that are vastly more common on the platform than him. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so the few times I have seen a Zamasu team, they've been highly unorthodox in their compatibility, so this caused me to take an initiative to look back more on my purchase of the character. When I reviewed that team I used last in one of my earlier one-on-one segments, while it did work, it's not built for him completely. When I first ran the Zamasu team, I broke down a decent assessment about getting re-jumps with his assists, both the A and B assists, potentially giving the same damage output while having different startup times. The way Zamasu is to be played is either the point or the mid revolves around selective zoning and the set play. Character itself has great staggers, but at the cost of low variety with his block strings without spending the bar for the extensions. I just have Bardock on this team as a stand-in in order to replace Gogeta because Gogeta didn't feel right. I don't know if Bardock is even staying on this new team layout, honestly, as compatible as he is for both Base Goku and Zamasu at the same time without losing the synergy. He's the character I thought of that works well for this team, but he may not stay around overall in the finality of the team's process. I have to sit and give trial and error to this. Going back to Zamasu, his 236, the L, the M, the light, the medium, and the heavy, it's a fair neutral tool, it's a universal combo tool, and the 236XS has a wall bounce with smash property to it. And the Arrow K version of the 236 is a faster variation than the ground tool. The 236 in the air is faster than the 236 on the bottom, with the same principles and properties as the ground versions. Also, I need to learn this flight mechanic. His flight mechanic seems key to a piece of his general game plan of approaching enemies in neutral, and there's a couple of very interesting properties that it has in general that help with his neutral, and that help with either playing selective keep away, or that help with damage. I need to look at a couple of the VOD reviews concerning Zamasu's flight mechanics and get a better idea about how it works for him compared to what I do recollect from past experiences in other video games, or at least in the other couple of video games that I played that do have a character with flight mechanics. Once upon a time from Injustice, I used to be a Hawkgirl main where this exact mechanic applied that gives a character a very timely air advantage for the select amount of time that you stay elevated in the air. So that drop off from flight time, every attack is an overhead, it would appear, and it plays to your advantage. Then there's this wall of judgment thing, which is like the whole wormhole portals. I've been studying this for the most part today to get an idea about what this is. These wormholes I know they appear as soon as it tags out. The blades obscure Zamasu on the ground, allowing for a lot of mix-ups when the opportunity is on lockdown. In the corner, I can probably get added combos off of this. C assists can get into this. I saw in one of the videos somewhere out there in the world that Bardock B allows for combos that use this, or that can set up into this. Or C assist can set up into this. It doesn't seem to have a lot of high damage to it, so I imagine that there is scaling that does happen with this combo. Also, I'm trying to figure out the correct button input in order to set it up, because you want to try and do specific 236L or 236M in a specific sequence that set up the correct process for the Blades of Judgment Oki. The active frames and startup seem to be relatively high, so trying to gauge the distance correctly is the best way to set this up, along with the sliding knockdown, which can allow me to hop in and either slide in for added damage or something else. There's another specific combo that goes into this, and that's what's going to take in some more studying. So the important parts that I want to try and have as the key takeaways for this review, for making this future Zamasu team, to better understand the premise of the character play: Blades of Judgment, Air Oki, the flight mechanics, the Divine Order placements. Oh, the Heaven's Flash, that's the Air, okay. And I feel like I'm missing something. Oh yes, and then using those orbs, figuring out the orb routes along with the supers in order to extend the pressure. That way it makes it harder to block, and it makes it easier to stack damage in my favor using Zamasu. So, better application and research and train. Looks like it's the way I'm going to be for this one. Oh, it's a lot for this green fool. But I want to take KnowKami's challenge to make sure that I didn't waste $5 on a character. So, let's start putting in the work to see how it works with the Kaiokens. Okay, so for those wondering here, the first thing that you'll notice right away is that I changed up the order of the team. So instead of having Zamasu on point, I decided to have Bardock on point, followed by Zamasu mid. That way I can allow for possible rejumps.
Are you ready? Let's go!
願してたぜ。あいつはオーラが食い止める。こいつはそうです。なめんじゃねえ。まあまあだな。どうするか。油断してたぜ。一匹残らず生かしては最高ぞ。あいつはオーラが食い止める。虫けらでした。油断してたぞ。その調子。虫けら。
さばきの刃。
なるほど。おう。
孫悟空。たえよ。
虫けらが。なるほど。ますよ。虫けらが。いいです。すべて
はザマスのもの。
その程度ですか。
たえよ。
お前。
さばきの刃。
その程度ですか。いいですよ。どこまでしてやるか。
どんな。
これがてめえの正体か。フリーザ。今です。ちょっといますよ。今度は宇宙の塵にしてやる。オラに任せろ。
バカめ。バカめ。
Okay, that's not too bad. Bardock and Zamasu still need some work, but I'll give it about a C. That's one one-on-one out the way, and there's another one here that's also in the bill that Basement Gaming told me about. He should also be here in the lobby as well. Good games, my friend. It's a Drascal. Oh, never mind. He's already here. Drascal. Alright, hop on up. Let's make it do what it do. Like we always do.
Get ready for battle.
Another cooler on Anchor. It's not gonna be fun.
Ready? Let's go.
せてやる。出てきやれ。悪いな。赤だった。もう一度うまいぜ。
私に指図する。いい基準。聖なる激鱗。
油断してたぜ。邪魔だ。どうだ。なめんじゃねえ。そうでなくてはつまらん。
神を呼んだろ。
クズが。サマト生物が。こんなものか。なめんじゃねえぞ。
我が王になる力。この光さす心より消えつまらず。神に逆らう者に罰を。
お前がどんなに泣き叫ぼう。俺はどうしない。つまらん。くらい。こんなものか。
こんな。
そうだ。俺が撃ってやる。なめんじゃねえ。下級とはいえサイヤ人なんだ。この俺をなめるなよ。
It's all or nothing. Fight it out.
なめんじゃねえ。そんなもんかよ。ふざけんじゃねえぞ。遅いぜ。
欲しいサイヤ人だ。
遅いぜ。
我が身一つに二つの力が溶け合っていく。この光さすところより神の光の力を見せてくれ。
遅いぜ。ふざけんじゃねえぞ。見せてやる。どうだ。
神を呼んだ。
悪いな。
そうでなくてはつまらん。さて油断したらお前がどんなに泣き叫ぼうか俺の容赦はしない。弟への復讐の邪魔をするつもりはない。自分がまいた種は自分でどうにかするものだ。
そんなもんかよ。叫んじゃねえぞ。なめんじゃねえ。叫んじゃねえぞ。まあまあだな。
たたえよたたえよたたえよ。
オラが食い止める。
裁きの刃。
遅いぞ。
逃がすか。
あいつはオラが食い止める。どうだ。どうだ。
残念は聞かずに乗るな。
そんなもんか。どうだ。
Oh, damn, that's a good wake-up option. I could not do anything.
オラに任せろ。どうだ。何よ。そんな。うわっ。
Oh, good play. I'm dead. Good play. Alright, highlights I need to think of for this team revolve around that wall of light set up a little bit more properly, and probably either using the Bardock B assist, or if I can't use it, I can find another person that can probably take the slot for this team outline.